is Sean Knight. I've been inline skating since I was about your age, and I'm an instructor with Alien Inline. Today we're going to learn everything we need to know to make sure that our inline skating experience is very safe and very fun. When you first enter the gym, you might notice that some things look a little bit different. You might notice some large plastic containers, and within those containers is where we have our knee pads, our elbow pads, our wrist guards, and of course our inline skates. Before we go inline skating, and when you come down to the gym, your instructor is first going to want to talk to you about two very important Alien Inline rules. These two rules are very easy to remember, so I'm sure none of you will have a problem remembering these. The first one has to do with this, right here. Our helmets are the first thing to go on and the last thing to come off, because they're the most important part of our safety equipment. We always wear our helmets when we're biking, skiing, snowboarding, anything like that, and we always got to make sure we wear our helmet when we're inline skating. If you have a helmet at home, by all means bring it into the inline skating program. Chances are if you have a helmet at home, it's going to fit your head the best. However, there is a list of acceptable helmets that we use with the Alien Inline program. Bicycle helmets, ski and snowboard helmets, inline skating and skateboarding helmets, or hockey and ice skating helmets. Helmets such as BMX helmets with face guards, goalie masks, and helmets with face cages may obstruct your vision, so these helmets are not recommended for the Alien Inline programs. And baseball and football helmets will not offer the protection you need, so please don't use those either. Our second rule is even easier to remember because we have a little rhyme that goes along with it. No crashing, no bashing, no smashing. And what this means is that when you're skating around the gym, we always have to look where we're going and pay attention to what's going on around us. We never want to use the walls to stop ourselves. That's why we have our heel brakes. We have to be aware of the obstacles on the floor or on the sides of the gym, such as open doors, benches, chairs, mats, and anything else that might be in our way. But perhaps the most important thing to be aware of when we're skating in the gym is that we're not just doing this alone. We're here with our entire class. And it is our responsibility to make sure that our Alien Inline experience is both safe and fun for everyone. That's why we always must be careful and considerate to those that might be new or unfamiliar with inline skating. We always have to keep our eyes open and look where we're going. Use our ears and listen to what's going on around us at all times. Our whole body controls how fast we're skating. We don't want to move any faster than we can safely stop ourselves. So our second rule is no crashing, no bashing, and no smashing into anybody or anything. After going over those two very important rules, it's going to be time to put on all our safety equipment. We'll take our helmets and we'll hold them in our hands like a basket, because we got to put all of our safety equipment inside of our helmet. From each bin of equipment, we take one set of pads. Knee pads, elbow pads, and wrist guards. We put them all inside of our helmet and we carry them to our own spot on the floor. The safety equipment is wrapped together in pairs in the same way we wish to return them at the end of our inline skating session. Your instructor is going to divide the gym into two sections, one for getting ready and the other for inline skating. Once everybody's all geared up and everybody has their skates on, then we can use the entire gym. The first piece of equipment we put on is our helmets, because our helmets go on first and come off last. We buckle them up underneath our chins, and we don't need to do the straps up very tight. We just want them to be nice and snug and comfortable. Next, we put on our knee pads. Our knee pads are the biggest set of pads in the whole set. So before you put them on, look at all your safety equipment and find the biggest set of pads. If you are smaller, your knee pads and elbow pads may appear to be the same size. In that case, choose whichever ones look biggest to you. To put on your knee pads, we first take them apart by pulling open the Velcro straps. Then we open those straps. We place the knee pads right over our knee, and it doesn't matter which knee the pad goes on. Next, we put on our elbow pads. These are the ones that look very similar to the knee pads, but in a smaller version. Putting on our elbow pads is even easier than putting on knee pads. When we take our elbow pads apart, we don't even need to undo the Velcro straps. If one does come undone, just do it back up again. To put these pads on, all we have to do is simply pull the pads up our arm. We make our hands small by tucking in our thumbs, and we slip our hands underneath the straps and pull our elbow pads up to our elbows. And finally, we put on our wrist guards. Compared to our knee pads and elbow pads, our wrist guards are a little bit more tricky to put on. Unlike our knee pads and elbow pads, with our wrist guards, it does matter which hand they go on. When we're putting on our wrist guards, there's a couple clues that will help us do it smoothly. First off, we got to make sure that we know where our thumb hole is. You'll see a little tiny hole on the side of your wrist guards, and that is for your thumb. Second, you're going to notice that one side of the wrist guard is plastic, whereas the other side is a soft fabric. When you're putting on your wrist guards, you always got to make sure that you put the plastic on the palm. The reason for this is because chances are if you fall, you're going to fall down on your palms, and that's why we got to make sure the plastic is there to protect us. After all our gear is on, there's only one thing left for us to get, and that's our inline skates. All of our inline skates are kept in the big plastic containers. The reason we call them inline skates is because all the wheels are in a straight line. Sometimes we refer to inline skates as rollerblades, but really there is no difference between an inline skate and a rollerblade. They are the exact same thing, it's just that rollerblade is the name of a company that makes inline skates. People found that when all the wheels were in a line, like this on your rollerblades, they were easier to balance on, you were able to go further distances and move at quicker speeds. So inline skating quickly became the most popular type of roller skate. Before we get our inline skates, we always have to do one thing every time we come into the gym. After all our gear is on, we first have to see our instructor for a safety check. Your inline instructor will want to make sure that your helmet is fitted on your head properly and that all of your equipment is put on correctly. After your safety check, you will be passed a pair of inline skates. Be sure to tell your instructor what shoe size you are. To put on your inline skates, you will need to sit on the floor and use both hands to do this. Your skates will be given to you with the buckles and straps all done up, so we need to take a seat, use both hands to get these things undone. To do this, we pull the Velcro on the strap open, just like on our Velcro shoes. Next, we have to undo the top buckle, and to do this, we need to use both hands. It only takes a couple steps, and they're really easy to remember because they all start with the letter P. With our finger, we look for the square button at the top of our inline skate. We push that button. Next, with our other hand, we make some pinchers. With those pinchers, we pinch the strap. Then, using both hands together, we pull the buckle apart. So those are the three steps: push, pinch, and pull. Now our skate is ready to be put on. When we put our skates on, the skate with the heel brake goes on our right foot, while the one without a heel brake goes on our left foot. Once the skate is on our foot, before we buckle it up and we do up the Velcro, we always got to make sure that we tuck our tongues in. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to close the buckle, and you're not going to be skating comfortably. We slide the strap into the buckle and fasten both the buckle and the Velcro strap. Then we do the exact same with our other skate. We are now ready to move from the get ready side of the gym to the skating side of the gym. Now once everybody's ready and everybody's got their skates on, then we can use the entire gym. Now when you're out there skating, make sure you stay in control and be careful until the program begins. So thank you very much for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. We all know that Alien Inline will be a safe, fun, and positive experience for all of you. For more information about our program, please ask your parents to check out www.alieninline.com, where you'll find information on skating tips, camps, and lessons, as well as how to get your hands on some of the skates that we use in our inline skating programs.